That concrete dust gets you, man. Woo! All right, so the first pour, the 2 bags, we're gonna keep it really dry, just so that we don't have a problem with stuff leaking out in the guy's parking lot. You can always add more water. Removing water is more challenging. All right, so there's a size propane tank I could use for my but is that propane? I think it is. For my camper. I miss my camper. In all reality, I do miss it, so I'll be back in that thing again. Maybe thinks I'm moved out for good. I haven't. Bread for this stuff. Brian's talking about how brutal this is. For a guy, you got to do this all over again. You know, to be doing this stuff day in, day out. You know, that's why people go home and smoke dope. Alcoholics, because they don't want to think about tomorrow. We're doing this stuff all over again. So you just have to be bred for this stuff. I mean, you just have to. You just have to know. You just don't know any different. That's the thing. If you get into the white collar job and then have to come back to this, no way. If you never rise to that level, you just don't know any better, and it is what it is. Yeah, it's a job. You know, you're gonna move today. Brian and I have already moved. Loading the truck up was 1,000 pounds. That was the first thing you moved. Now you've moved another 1,000 pounds to the tailgate. Then he's moved another 1,000 pounds to mixing. Then we've poured another. So 4,000. So for Brian today, I'll exclude me, give him the credit. He's going to move 4,000 pounds of weight. Think about that. That's what you've done today. And are you feeling it? Here, get it. I got here, get this other can right here. We brought it back. I'll pour it. No, I got it. I'm losing my help. We're in 4th quarter going to overtime. All right.
We're going for the win.
This stuff's so nasty. You know what I mean? See all the dust that comes up? Now, you save yourself having to crawl in the back of the bed of that truck one more time with enough water.
I got it.
No, just mix it first. Just see what you get out of the mix. The asphalt definitely kicks your ass because it's much hotter over here than over there.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right, Brian is getting to learn how to do it, everybody. Iceman's done it many days. Whew. Yeah, it's hot. My eyes are just covered in sweat. Brian said, I still got it. I said, yeah, kinda.
He does.
It ain't easy, but we do it, everybody. Like I said, everybody, I'm just a high-class grunt, but I don't even think I'm a high-class grunt anymore. I'm a low-class grunt. That's the reality. That's what I've done most of my life. You're looking at it. You have no idea how many days I've poured concrete, dug ditches, manual labor. It'll wear you out. He is getting it down, man. He is finessing it. Look at that. Right, it's always about cleanup time. Thank God for a roll-up cover. If I didn't roll-up cover, I'd have to get rid of all this trash. It's probably here at the site owner's site. So I can just close this all up. I don't have to worry about going home. Things blowing out. You have no idea how many days I've driven open bed trucks and you're constantly worried about stuff blowing out as you're going down the road. All right, I think you did good. I think you got to leave it alone. It's perfect.
I look like a mess right now.
Hey, you earned your keep today, man.
Woo!
Yeah, you can nicely say you paid your dues. Here you go. Good job.
Not gonna lie, that was fun though.
I got more water for you.
That was pretty fun.
Whew. Yeah, that's it. It's now time to head on home. I was about right. We're finishing up close to 4 o'clock. They got a nice bathroom. I'm gonna go wash my hands. You might want to clean up too. Keep those gloves.
Yes, sir. Okay.
I'll be right back. All right. Woo, that's a wrap. Who's gonna put their initials? Who's gonna put their initials in the concrete? That's a nice bathroom. Don't they go use it? Whew. All right, this is a really good location. So the owner of this is a little gold mine. This guy's probably pumping 350,000 gallons a month in fuel. I would say he's probably doing 50 grand, maybe 75. This guy's probably pulling 20 or 30 grand a month in gross profit after he pays rent, payroll, expenses. So this guy did well. I've witnessed this guy really grow, and he's a good guy. So here it is. So not too shabby, right? Hopefully nobody steps in it. So it didn't go down the hill, and we didn't have all the grass. This is a state farm, so I know if all this dirt and grass from outside his parking lot, he'd be complaining. So we accomplished that. So we got to come back. So here's this day one. This is day one. We really have a day two of getting equipment, and then we'll have day three of actually coming here and finishing the job. But it's going to require pulling electric, which that's going to be a little bit of a project. And so there's 3 days to make this job actually come to the end. I mean, what's the bill, right? Let's see what my Waze says. I'll be curious what yours says.
I'll follow you.
Okay. You got enough water? You need another one?
No, I'm good. I got 2 water bottles right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, everybody, let's get in here to the truck. And now it's relaxation time in the big Chevy. There's some guys who be like, back in good old days, you had a truck that was a truck that was a truck. And you know what? You didn't have air conditioning. You didn't have all these luxuries. You didn't have the ways. You didn't have all this stuff. So let's see how this thing tells. And I'm not going to show you. But let's see what it says. Okay, good. Good. So, price about close to an hour and a half. All right, onward, homebound we are. So, get home. Hopefully, Rebel hasn't crapped over the frickin' cage again. But it is what it is. And the gas station business. I have been around the gas station business my whole life. In high school, I worked at a gas station. Out of high school, I went to the automotive parts industry. Then I went to the fuel industry, where I was selling fuel in so many ways to a degree. Not a lot of gas stations, but we did have those. But I was around the fuel industry. And then I came out of that to go into the telephone business, public telephone business, where I had lots of gas stations with public telephones. And then to evolve in from that to putting air machines and vac machines in gas stations, and never really being focused on all these years, I should have bought some gas stations. I mean, if you buy the right gas station, the right real estate, you can make a lot of money. But what's happened over the years is the industry has changed their position on gas stations of paying $3 grand a month rent to 20, 30 grand a month rent, because they treat it as a gold mine real estate spot, that if a gas station wasn't there, then there'd be some other business there where they can make a ton of money. So usually the gas station dealers, jobbers, own the property, and you rent the gas station. That's the majority of the time. There's a select few that own the property. If you own the property and you have a great gas station, then holy crap, if you got the right location, you're making a lot of money. But what's happened over the years, I've seen my culture be kind of forced out of the industry because it's gotten too expensive to run the gas station by all the laws of you having to pay health care and workers' comp and this and that and blah, 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 and da-da-da-da. I think I'm going to go up a little further. I don't think this is it. Is that it? No, I got up a little further. So what I've witnessed is my culture, the white man's culture, he couldn't stay in the business because of what I just said. The government got more stringent about how much you pay, your health care benefits, workers' comp, overtime. And so what's happened is the Middle Eastern culture is taking over the gas station industry because they have so many people from the Middle East who will come here and work for little to nothing. Wow, there's school buses out. So in Maryland, are they back in school already? Wow, really? So the whole point is the Middle Eastern culture has been able to overtake the white man's culture because they can bring people to this country that work for little to nothing. And they put them up in homes, apartments, and that's the package. And so they don't have the expenses of the overhead. So that's why when you walk in a lot of these gas stations, especially in like the demographic areas that I live in, you're going to see a much heavier culture of the Middle Eastern descent that runs these gas stations because they have the context, they have the infrastructure to bring in cheap help. Yeah. You don't see many high-powered white guys working at gas stations. Now, when you get in the bigger Sheetz, Wawa, Royal Farms, Buc-ee's, yeah, you're going to have white-collar, higher-class people that are going to be running the back end of it. But overall, do you see them at the front cashier? No, you're not. So, and that's the thing. I've been very fortunate because I've had a very good relationship with the culture that's not mine. And I've been very fortunate that they like me a lot and they think I'm a good person and they like to deal with me. But I've also had the customers that kick me out because of who I am and the way I look, and I'm not their culture. Yeah, I mean that has happened a decent amount of time. So I mean, this guy here, I don't know what he's doing. I got the right of way. You're not on a stop sign. That guy there just abused that intersection. You don't have the right of way, dummy. I have the right of way, but people don't know the damn roads. Yeah, but for the most part, I've got great customer base, and trust me, it's maybe a quarter of it my culture, maybe. And here we go, back on home. I'm glad I'm getting the back roads to go home. This is an enjoyable ride, actually. Oh, talking, driving, having fun, all that stuff. Got a text message, got to respond to that. But what I was going to say is, another challenge is the people that come from the Middle East, they come from a very challenging culture. They come from a culture where there's just a lot of thievery, stealing. It just isn't good. And so they come here, that's a big challenge. And that's been a big challenge in my business, is dealing with people, they don't trust you. That's been my number one challenge in my business. They don't trust you because they come from a land where there's no trust. Oh, it feels like the enchanted forest. It's so nice out here, man. It's really cool. It really is. Wow. Are we running into a storm today? I don't know. I'm sure it's a pretty afternoon, even though it's kind of like you think you're going to get hammered on, but it's all right. It's A-okay. We got off the job. Brian did a great job. It's a lot of work till you do that stuff. Until you move concrete, you don't get it. Mixing concrete is a lot of work. Thank goodness for having Brian, man. Without him, man, yeah, forget it. And finding people to do manual labor today, I mean, they're out there. I mean, it's not like people don't do it, but it's not the preferred choice. And the good news for Brian, this isn't like every day. I mean, if this was like every day, he wouldn't be working for me. I wouldn't be working for me myself either. If I did this every day of my life, no way. No, thank you. I've done it. probably 400 or 500 times in my life. I can promise you that. Yeah. Yep, you just see me at the end of all the work I did throughout the years of my life. You don't, I couldn't even had a channel years ago. I wouldn't have time. There's no way. I mean, I talk about this all the time. There's no way years ago I ever would have had time to be yabba dabba doing behind the phone and trying to build a business. I mean, there's just no way. Kid's looking for me. Well, the kid got baby chickens. She's flipping out, man. She's like, oh my God, I got baby chickens, Daddy. I'm like, wow. So she is so excited, everybody. She's always wanted chickens. I never wanted chickens. I'll pass. Yeah, I mean, if you've ever owned chickens, you get it. You understand. I mean, chickens are cool, but yeah, right. But with all our dogs, they'd all be dead. And another project. I don't want it. I got enough projects. So incredible. I mean, new little shopping centers, new outlets. So many things populate all around us, unbeknownst to us. Now I'm pretty much getting ready to be in the 5 o'clock traffic. And my leg, it's incredible how this whole right side of my body, it's just, it's the worst, man. The worst. How you angle your body and your leg and your foot, and how it all comes back up into the right side of your body, man. It's just, I even got the heated seat on. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Look at that guy's truck there. So the good old days, keyed ignition, aftermarket JVC radio, just all simple. Just a really simple truck that back then, how much did that cost, right? And there's the county fair. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! County fair, everybody. The good old days, right? When's the last time you went to the county fair? So, what are these right here? The hell? That is so strange, everybody. Those are like brand new Dodge Challengers and Chargers. What the hell? I mean, they don't make those anymore, anybody. Just so you know. That makes no sense. Those are like brand new production Challengers and Chargers. Was that weird? That was weird. The heated seats definitely helping. My tuchus, my ass. And the Chevy truck's just so nice. Thank God for adaptive, that's all I can say. So I can rest my leg. It's that angle that gets you. It's just brutal, man. Anymore, I don't know, man. I don't even know if I can drive to Florida or Tennessee anymore. I mean, I'm not lying. It's just, it'd be challenging. So I can get through this pain. I'd be popping pills all day. Yeah. I probably need to pop pills all day long in all reality. And here's my generation Corvette. How about that, huh? That was good lines back there, everybody. I think they did good. That sounds like a turbo or whatever it was. What was that back then? A V6 turbo? I don't even know. Didn't sound like a V8. It was an RS model. Oh boy, the same old crap. We live on these damn roads, man. Accidents everywhere. It doesn't end. I mean, living on these roads around here is a total drag. It's never ending because the dumb shits that drive cars crash them all the time. Just incredible. Yep, so getting home back in a respectable time, that's all changed. So what do you think happened? what two dumb shits found each other today. It's usually what it is. The asshats seem to find each other just the right time, and it all goes to the shit show. Alright, we'll turn our flashers off. Now people know. So what the hell happened? Yet another day. I haven't had anything to eat. I was going to have my egg and sausage burrito this morning, but I thought, man, you know what? That'll end up sitting in my stomach, and I'm going to be doing this outdoor heavy work and hot. Oh, you want to throw up. So I never ate it. I've just been drinking those little protein drinks you buy at like Costco. Ensure, whatever they call those different drinks. I just had that. That's all I've had for today, and I'm not starving by any means. Think about that. I've had nothing to eat today besides the protein drink, and that's it. And I'm not real hungry. When you go out and do heavy work, man, you usually aren't hungry. That's the danger of society. When you sit around, you get hungry. But when you work hard, you want to throw up if you eat too much. That's the way it is for me. So what the hell's going on here, everybody? My thingamajigger is doing its thing, but there wasn't really anything there, so I guess it's from the aftermath of earlier that it slowed down the flow. Looks like it wants to rain, but I don't think it's supposed to. It's 85, so not bad. Into Frederick, Maryland we go. It's like haze is more of the thing. It kind of looks like it's just hazy. Reminds me of Los Angeles when I went to as a little kid back in the 70s. I'll never forget going from San Francisco to Los Angeles to visit with one of my friends that moved away, and that whole Los Angeles was just a smog. It was just so nasty. San Francisco didn't have that, but it was just like the whole area was just covered in smog. There's a person with their foot hanging out the right side of the door as the person catches the tractor trailer pulling over into his lane, and the foot goes bye-bye. Yeah, who's smelling that foot right now in the back seat? Right? Yikes. But now we're time of day where this road automatically just starts locking down, because it's just the way that major roads come together and interconnect. So it's nothing new. You just have to kind of know how to move your way around to get through all this stuff.